welcome to this training. In this training, I'll be taking you on web development using WordPress. Now, you don't need to worry if you don't have a prior knowledge about web development and how to go about it, because I'm going to start from the beginning, from the very beginning. Alright, now there are three things that you have to know before you start any web development journey. Now, one of the key factors you need to know is about the domain name. You will need to get a domain name. Now, what is a domain name? A domain name is just your unique ID online. Now, take for instance, this website is known as WordPress.org. So this is a domain name. It is used to link direct to that particular website. I'm not going to talk much about it, but you can just hit your browser and go through it and understand what it actually means. The most important thing is you need to get a domain name. There are so many domain name registrar around here in Nigeria and in Africa. You know, I am from Nigeria, and there are so many domain name registrars. We have the domainking.ng, so as well as we also have versityhost.com.ng, and so many of them. We also have Hugo Hosts, several of them. Now, you can just go there and buy any domain name of your choice. So let's wait for it to load. I think this one is ready. Okay. Now, as it is loading, let me be talking about the second key thing you need to have. Now, the second one is your domain hosting. Now, a hosting is like a storage where you can store your data. Now, whenever you build a website, you create a website, you will need to store it in a memory in the internet. There is a computer out there that offers memory to those data. So when you store it there, it is known as a server. Those servers, they help to bring the information to the client computer. Now, I don't want to use much technical jargons. In the real sense, we have the servers and we have the clients. The servers, they help to store the data, and when the data is needed, they also help to transfer the data. Now, the client is your computer, your phone, your what have you, your any gadget you use to browse on the internet. Those are the clients. They request for data, and the server will get the data and send it to them. And that is how the two computers interact with each other. So the server is like a storage that helps to store the data and also to retrieve the data, while the client requests for data, and now after meeting some requirements of the server, gets access to the data, and that is how you get most of the things you see in the internet. Okay, so not wasting our time, I would like to tell you what WordPress is. Now, these are the two things you need, and the last one you need is your website. So we are going over straight to our website now, and um, today we are going to be talking about WordPress. In our previous videos and classes, we have been talking about HTML, CSS, JavaScript, PHP, MySQL. We have also talked about Python frameworks like Django and so many of them. So, but here in this particular class, we are going to be talking about WordPress. Now, WordPress is an awesome content management system. It's a content management system helps you to create websites without having to write codes. So if you don't know how to write code, don't worry, WordPress has done that for you. And one of the most awesome things about WordPress is that WordPress will give you the flexibility to do whatever you want. You can customize anything you want in WordPress. So it is not like I don't know how to write code, then how will I customize it when WordPress has not? No, WordPress has everything you need. So I'm going to jump into WordPress. Now the particular WordPress we are talking about here is the open source WordPress, which is wordpress.org. You can see it here, wordpress.org. So this is what we are talking about. Now we are going to make our computer a server, because we are not going to I'm going to show you the server in two ways. We have the local server and the server that is hosted on the internet. How do you go about installing WordPress on these servers? Now, you need to work on your local computer, after which you now transfer the data to the server. Now, your computer cannot run PHP because it doesn't have the Apache framework which supports the PHP engine. So you will need to download a server to run on your computer locally. So to do that, we are going to go to apachefriends.org. So you can just go to your browser and type apachefriends.org. So this is the actual website. So when you click on it, so once you click on the apachefriends.org, it will lead you to Apache website. Now the Apache's website, you have so many of them that can offer you what you need, but the preferable one that I like to use is the XAMPP. We have WAMP for the Windows, we have MAMP for Mac, we have LAMP for Linux. So but XAMPP is a cross-path operating system. You can use it on Mac, on Windows, on Linux, and what have you. So for it, now I am running on Windows 8, and this is the latest version of PHP. So you can go ahead and hit on this button to start downloading. Now I have XAMPP already installed on my system, so I'm not going to download it again. So but this is just what you have to do. Click on download and install the XAMPP. Now once you install the XAMPP will be located on your C drive. So you can go to your local C drive. Once you click there, you see XAMPP here. This is it. Now what next do you need to do? just double click on this XAMPP and scroll down to XAMPP control, then click there, double click there, or run as administrator. You can as well run as administrator. Once you do that, this will come out something like this. Now I am going to activate or start the Apache and the MySQL. Like I told you before, the Apache is the engine that allows PHP to function. Again, this is MySQL. It is a language that helps to query the server and also for storing or for the database. Let's just call it the database. It's a database query language. So when you want to query the computer, you know that the client always will query, and then when it meets the requirements, the data will be transferred from the server to the client. So that is it. So these are the two key factors that I have to start. Now once I click on start and start, you can forget about these ones. So click on it and wait for it to start. You can see it is starting, and the port will start functioning. Once the port has started functioning, automatically you are running on Apache and MySQL. Okay, so you can see Apache port has started on port 80 and 443. So you can see it here, and MySQL is going to start any moment from now. Okay, so let's go ahead and minimize it. Minimize, and we don't need this anymore. Okay, we can leave it. You can just minimize it. Let's go over to, so we now have the local server functioning on our computer. Now I can just type in localhost. I just type in localhost and go. Sorry, localhost. Now once I do that, watch what will happen. Although my browser is some kind of slow, but this is just to show you what we are talking about. So let's wait for it to open. Now the local server will function on my computer. You can see it. This is my local server. This is not running on the internet. It is running directly from your computer. So your computer is now like an internet, but it is not connected on the air. It is just within your own very computer. So that is why we call it local server or local host. Now let's go over to the internet, those ones that can host the internet. Now this is the domain king. This is the varsity host. So let's check and see the difference between the two. Now let me bring down this. Now you can see this is the domain host, domain king, and domain king has the offer.com at the rate of 5,000 naira, .com.ng 1001, .ng 9005, .org, and so on. You can see that. Now what this means is that once you type in any name you want, let's say I want to have tutor one, tutor me, tutorme.com, let's say .ng, sorry, let's say .ng. Now watch, let's check This is how you check for the name availability. Okay, so allow it to load. After that, you will see if the domain name is available. If it is available, you can buy it and then buy a hosting for it. Okay, so let's wait for it. Okay, they have not given me the price. Let's wait a little more. Okay, so this is it. Congratulations, tutorme.ng is available. The how long do you want to register for? 1 year is 9,500 naira. So you can see all other ones here. You can see tutorme.com.ng is 1,001, tutorme.net 6,000, tutorme.ng is 5,006, tutorme.biz is 8,000, and so on. So this is it. You can go ahead and buy it. Okay, let's go over to Varsity Host. Now when we go to Varsity Host, just go to domain name. So you can see Varsity Host is more is easier to go with. You can see that it is what will I say, user friendly, in the sense that you can go directly to hosting your website if you have a domain name already registered, or you can go to domain names and click on register a new domain, or you can go to transfer domain to us, transfer detail form, and so on. So let's see the difference between these two. Okay, um, I think this particular host, Varsity Host, is is uh, is cheaper, is more affordable than any other host you can have here in Nigeria. Um, okay, find your perfect domain name. So let's go over to, you can see that register for .com. You can see that .com is 4,500, but when you go over to Domain King, you see that .com is let's go over to the home page. You will see that .com is 5,000 naira. You can see it. .com is 5,000 naira. Here .com is 4,500 naira for 1 year. So you can go ahead and choose any domain name of your choice. Now this is a crash course, so it will last for like a 1 hour. Then I don't want it to last longer. Okay, so we already have our local server, and we now have our um, internet server. I'll show you the both. Now let's say I bought a new hosting. And a domain name. How do I do that? Just here, go here, tutor me dot what dot net. Okay, dot ng, sorry, or that, let's use dot net this time around. Dot net, and let's check for the availability. If it is available, it is going to show you that it is available. So let's wait for it. Okay, so as it is loading, okay, tutorme.net is not available. So but the one that is available is .net.ng. So let's just select it. um, so you pay for it, put in your details, pay for it, and so this is it. So you can pay for it 4,005, then that is it. So I will just jump into the control panel so that I won't wait a lot of time. So this is the control panel of varsitysolutions.com. Now I am going to show you how to install WordPress on cPanel. So to install WordPress on cPanel, you just need to go down to Softaculous app installer. So you can see it here. Just go to software and you see Softaculous app installer. An alternative way to fetch it is just type app installer. So you can see app installer here, and this is Softaculous. So click on it. Okay, so these are the so many softwares we are going to be looking at. You have WordPress, you have Joomla, you have Abantecat, you have PHP and so many of them, WHMCS, Open Real Estate, Dolphin, all of these, Laravel framework, and so many of them. And for this class, we are talking about WordPress. So you can go ahead and hit on the install button. Now, okay, so always try to select HTTPS or this. So for me, I am going for HTTPS, and I'm going to select the domain name, and the domain name will be blog.varsitysolutions.com. Then remove this directory, and then select the version, the WordPress version you want to install. So for me, I will install the latest version. And okay, so set your password and username, admin, password, admin at blog. I will just copy this. I'll just copy it. Okay, admin email. So I am going to copy it so that I will use it as my password. Let's leave it like this, admin and password as pass. Okay, nothing here, so hit on install. The following errors were found. An installation already exists at blog.varsitysolutions as per our record. To reinstall application, please uninstall the existing installations. Blog. Okay. I have something here already. I think I'll go back and create a subdomain. So let's go back. and create a subdomain. So just type in sub. Sub. This is really wasting time. Let's just go down here. Okay, so we have it here. Alright, so you can go here and click on it, subdomain, and then you can create something. So let's say tutorial, okay, tutorial.varsitysolutions.com. So it will be stored on the directory that is known as tutorial. So I wouldn't want it to be in the home directory. So let's create it. Okay, so once it is created, okay, you can see success tutorial.varsitysolutions.com has been created. So let's go back to our WordPress installer. Let's refresh. Then now let's select HTTPS, and then let's select it to be on tutorial, and then let's delete the directory. And then this is the latest version of WordPress. The password and the admin remains the same, admin and pass. Okay, so let's go ahead and install now. Let me reduce this. Seems like my computer has a lot of cache, so I'm going to try as much as possible. After this video, I am going to delete my cache folder. So this video is getting longer than I wanted, so I'm going to pause it and start all over again. Okay, so this is it. So let's hit here to see our website. So this is our website, tutorial.varsitysolutions.com. You can see how simple it is. It is very simple to install. You can see it. So this is it, but the look is very, very poor. So we just go back to the admin and do something reasonable. So that is how to install WordPress on the internet using the cPanel. So let's get back to the Apache, which is on the local server. Okay, so